Yo, what's good? What's good? This kid Prezzy King IV. I'm back on the Culture Links podcast, and I got the talented, the beautiful Anna Mvze with me today. Anna Mvze, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Give me a handshake.
Can't see with these shades on.
She here looking all fly and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I told her before we started the interview, you know what? I shouldn't be interviewing her, you know what I'm saying? Compare to her. Look at her, look at me, you know what I'm saying? I feel awkward sitting next to her. She like fly, beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you for giving me the honor, the pleasure to interview you today. So, you know,
Of course.
just want to give you that real quick. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. So much I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, we've known each other for some years.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what year, but I feel like it was around maybe like 2018,
That's
2019.
far.
Yeah.
17, 16, probably 16.
Yeah.
You
It's
want
been
to
a while.
You want to hear something crazy?
Okay.
How long you think I've been here as far as studio?
I'm going to say 2012.
Nah, I wish. I've been here 8 years.
Nice.
So 8 years from now is 2015. So I would say when I met you was 2016, 17. Yeah, about that. So I've known you for, I would say probably like
That's
crazy.
crazy.
6 years?
That's pretty crazy.
Yes. Right?
That's like the start of my anime's career.
Hey, right. So let's talk about that because Anna Mvze was created here at Hustle Firm.
It's one of the places. Actually, you know what? Yes,
Yeah.
This is where we. Oh my goodness.
So Anna Mvze, we had the name Ayo Smiley was popping. I forgot. I know. I mean, we could talk about it right now as far as contractually. There was some contractual issues there.
Mm-hmm.
You had an agreement with a company back in Texas or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the things you decided to do was switch your name and just give you a whole new energy because you was not too happy with where your career was going. Because your career at that point, you was like up here, like you was like everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I recall us talking about you changing your name.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually happened here in the studio.
It did.
Yeah, I have the whole
did.
I can tell the whole story and who said what, and I can tell the back and forth.
That's so beautiful.
We was in the studio walking. It was me, you, and Mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah, we were looking at the thesaurus.
Yeah.
And we wanted Anna because that came from my middle name, Giovanna. And so we wanted to look for a second name that started with the letter M.
Mm-hmm.
Because my real name starts with the letter M.
Right.
And then we came across Mvze, and I was like,
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever year that was, I've known you since then. I've known you prior to that, but that kind of like solidified the time frame, right? And how many years has that been since you've been utilizing Anna Mvze?
Since then, if you're saying like 6 years,
6 years?
it's like a good 6 years.
Yeah. So I've known you for like 6 years, 6 years plus, I would say.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, so we have a lot of like trials and tribulations.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, a lot, you know. A lot. I'm you know me, I'm going to be blunt. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be blunt right back.
Yeah, I love it. I want to be blunt right back. So at one point, Anna wanted to fight me. You know? At one point, Anna did not like me. And for me, like right now, I contributed to like just being young and being like new to the business. I feel like she was so talented. I feel like she had no time to focus on the business.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my observation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with me being in love with your talent, I used to like, yo, do this, do that. Do this, do that. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
Is that what it was?
To be honest, I can't even remember 100% what happened, but I just knew there was like some kind of like, we had differences in how we would go about it, you know, because prior to being Anna Mvze, I was signed to a label. So I kind of understood the whole how to build an artist. I understood the whole marketing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just felt like we clashed. I want to say there was also, it was like a lot of, you're really good with ideas and like you just throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like at that time, there wasn't okay, let's sit down, let's strategize and let's plan. It's just kind of like throwing ideas out there on the fly.
You said as far as me as throwing ideas, right, okay.
And I feel like that's where we clashed. Because for me, I need things that are like super organized. I need it like written out.
Mm-hmm.
I just need like the whole play-by-play. If we're going to execute, we're going to do this like right, you know? So I think that's like, you know, where we kind of had that clash.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, you could be right. I think because for me it was more passionate.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I was super passionate about your time. I'm still in love with your talent. Your talent is very unique.
Mhm.
I don't think there should be a conversation about your ability to especially write. Your pen game is ludicrous.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the things you probably hear a lot from people, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for
your
sure.
pen game is stupid.
Thank you.
And so where are you now as far as like when it comes to how involved are you with your business right now?
I'm super involved. Back then it was literally just me and Mark, and at one point it was me, you, and Mark.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of, we didn't really know what the fuck we were doing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Just trying to like figure things out. And to be honest, it got to a point where, even me and Mark had our own differences as well, because he's a producer first before anything. So he was trying to like wear a hat that he didn't necessarily know how to rock. You feel me?
Right.
So now I just decided, instead of being disappointed, with my teammates, and what they can't do, I want to just appreciate their strengths. And I'm just going to, do like focus on me. And for this moment, like run my career. And so that's what I've been doing for like the past year, ever since I came back, or past 2 years now, ever since I came back from Texas the first time.
Wait.
I went to Texas twice.
So Ayo Smiley was in Texas. That's the first time.
So that was like years ago.
So that's the first one.
So I guess 3.
Okay.
I guess 3.
Okay.
When I was signed and I went to Houston, I was back and forth. I wasn't living there. I was just back and forth.
Okay, so that don't count. So the first time
doesn't count.
Okay.
First time was in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. That was when I had got myself into an abusive relationship.
Okay.
And I was there for about like 3-ish months. And then I left. I came back and basically started over.
Okay.
Like entirely.
What you mean? Explain. Because, I mean, the catalog is still out there. What you mean entirely started over? And your fan base is still there.
I guess maybe mentally for me, it felt like I was starting over, because at that time, me and Mark were not on the same page.
Okay. So what do you mean same page as far as like no communication?
No communication.
None at all? No
communication.
Why was that though?
Well, before I had moved out to Texas, we did have some differences, as far as like my career, what direction we wanted to go in. And then I moved and I kind of just did my own thing. And then I came back, and the relationship that I was in with this person, he did a whole like entire smear campaign and dragged Mark's name into it. Just people close to me, just dragging their name into them, like just like spreading lies. And I guess that didn't help my situation with Mark, like my friendship, my work relationship with him. So he needed time for himself to like process that. You know what I'm saying? So, in the beginning, it just felt like, damn, I have no team. Like it felt like I was literally alone, like by myself.
Because you and Mark was like,
yes, we were like this.
Yes, right.
So I literally had to start from scratch. He is actually Super P was one of the guys that reached out to him, and I've known him since 2018, but he reached out to me when I was on live one time. He was like, hey, let's shoot. And so I was just like, okay. And we just started shooting, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know if I wanted to continue music. I was just doing it and just seeing where it took me. And just in shooting, he was able to capture like what I was feeling, and he didn't even know anything about what I went through. So
you met P on live. He's been a fan of your art and just.
I met him at a show in 2018.
Where?
In DC.
Okay.
In DC. And we've shot a couple of times, but we never like actually like linked up for real, and like worked and built a working relationship until 2 years ago when I came back. That was in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he, I eventually told him what happened. And I was like, I want to share my story.
Okay.
And I feel like you can help me do that.
Okay.
And that's how it started.
Okay. So are you living here now? Are you back home? Like full time, or are you still in Texas?
I was living in Houston for the past year. Big difference.
What do you mean? Like,
like for
the audience?
one, the weather too. Like, and it's crazy because they actually have a winter, and I wasn't expecting that.
But a winter in Houston, Texas?
Yes.
Like
it gets
snow?
Cold. It can. But like it gets like 40s, sometimes 30s and stuff. Like
that's a winter, Anna. 40 degrees.
I know it's better. It's a lot better than here. But I wouldn't have thought that it would get cold.
Because it's so hot throughout the year. Yeah, I get it.
The heat and the humidity is crazy.
I get it.
But yeah, but no, just like the culture and like the music scene, there's just a lot more going on out there, music-wise.
So explain the back and forthness. I understand the first time, we're not counting Ayo Smile, the first time with the abusive relationship while you came back home, right? But the second time you went back out there and then you come back home. Explain why moving back home. What's going on there as far as the back and forthness?
As far as living out in Houston for the past year, honestly, it was a great experience, and that's still a market that I still want to like tap into. But I feel like, one, I miss the fuck out of DC. I love the city. I love the noise. I love the ratchetivities, and it's just like I like it. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess I'm still trying to figure out, is Houston gonna be my last stop? You know, I like to travel. I like to like experience different places. Cali is going to be a next place that I'm going to go to before the end of the year, just to kind of like test the waters out there as well, see what works for me. So
so did you feel like you got what you needed from Texas?
I feel like I definitely started something out there. So it's definitely not over.
Is it so are you going to go back?
Oh yeah, I'm going back in September. Mid-September.
Okay. So as far as your entire career right now, right? Would you say you had more success in Texas than you had in DC?
Yeah, I would say that. In the short time, yes. Yes. Like business-wise, as far as like distribution, you know, conversations about like signing, you know, performances, things like that. Absolutely, for sure. And that's why I know I still need to be out there, you know, to kind of just like keep working that.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, like I reached the ceiling. Like I did everything that I could.
Yeah, you're known here. I think anyone, you know, maybe the new young guys who probably like 16, 17 probably is not aware of who you are, but I feel like everyone here should know who you are. Yeah.
And the reason too that I've been back recently is also because I just came off of the HBCU tour with DTLR. So I'm starting to work with new management. They're based out of here. And so they're the ones kind of like moving me around like on this tour and things like that. So that's why I've just been kind of like working that, doing a bunch of shows and, you know.
I noticed you there's a label. I saw Mvze Sound as a label that, you know, most of your recent release was released under, but it's also as a GT or was
GT Digital.
Who's GT Digital?
GT Digital is a distribution company that's under Empire. And they're based out of, well, he's from the Bay, but they're based out of Houston, Texas, like their office.
How do you make that connection?
Being out in Houston.
Oh, and is that what the whole Cap G?
Well, I had the Cap G feature before that.
How did it happen with Cap G?
So I got that feature, I want to say it was like 2022, April 2022. We had a mutual friend. He goes by the name of Smooth Vega. And, you know, he has been a really good friend of mine. You know, he's based out of Fort Worth, Texas. And I told him, I was like, yo, I want to feature with Cap. So he made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And
so Cap just fantasize, your talent, just do it?
Cap is dope. Like, he's super down to earth. Like, he's a really cool dude.
So y'all got a strong relationship now?
Right now, I wouldn't say it's a strong relationship, but it's there.
It's there? That's good.
Yeah.
And that's through your talent, of course, right?
Huh?
Through your talent, of course, right?
Through my talent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, some people
what
like...
are you trying to say?
No, I'm not trying to say, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. No, I'm just trying to say, you know, sometimes we know people and, like, you know, they would say, hey, you know, do a talent with John Doe or John Day, and they were like, all right, cool, I do it up to the strength of, like, knowing you. You see what I'm saying? But I think it's important to understand that the feature was done because of how, you know, like, anime is talent, not necessarily because of the strength of someone else. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Of course. I mean, I think my talent is undeniable.
Yeah, So what do you think is missing to get you? Because I've been in places with you. I've been around, I've been around Little Kim with you. And again, I've been behind the scenes. I've seen so many conversations as far as industry, the fabulous, these features, these, you know, like just writing for people, you know, labels. I've seen so many. I don't even think the public understand how many situations you've been as far as being signed, as far as working with major artists, labels, and stuff like that. I don't even think you talk about it much. Do you?
I don't. Well, sometimes, but I don't get too into details just because I'm a ghostwriter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. supposed to be a ghost. You're supposed to tell the public, right?
Exactly.
Why don't you get into it?
I mean, well, for reasons of that mainly, I can't really expose too much of like who I directly be working with and
Is
things.
there like a paper, some paperwork saying you can't like speak on it, or is that
It's understood.
okay? I don't understand why though, because I don't know.
I mean, we could talk about a few.
Give me a few that you can actually like publicly say, "Hi, this is
Okay.
what I've done."
Well, for sure, as far as like the Latin scene, I've done Audri Nix's EP. I think she had either like 6 or 7 songs on that project. I did like majority of them, like 6 out of 7. If it was 7, I did 6 out of 7.
You lying?
I'm dead ass. So she had dropped a project called Trap Pop. She's a super like amazing artist, and she was involved too. You know, she's very creative. You know, musically, even just like aesthetically as well. Like she's super dope. And I think it was like 2021 when I came back here, I got in the studio with this other female Latin artist. Her name is Noemi.
Mm-hmm.
And we co-wrote a record together for her, and she dropped it on her EP this past March, I believe.
But wait though, I mean, I don't want to go past that. So you pretty much wrote an entire project, six, 7 songs. They trust you that much?
What is that supposed to mean? I mean, we at that time we were working with E1 Entertainment,
right? No,
because of Lil Kim, because Lil Kim was at that time I think she still is, but she was signed to E1 Entertainment. So we were talking to the A&R, and I told Mark I had this record. It was called Runaway, and it was mainly in English, but it had Spanish in it. And I told Mark, I was like, "Yo, send it to him, see what he thinks." And initially he was like, "This be perfect for Camila Cabello." We didn't get that one. Audrey heard it and she loved it and she wanted it. And so we just turned it in Spanish, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was really saying, what I was trying to say is this, like, nah, you're fucking dope. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, to write an entire project for an artist, that's most of the time it's from here, from there. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how the industry works. Okay, you write that. Okay, that sounds good. Let's chop that up and put it here and put it here, blah, blah, blah. But to trust you to write in, like, pretty much entire project, that's pretty...
And that was like a cool experience too, like as a songwriter, because for me, the way that I write, like I don't be lying in my raps. Like I write what I really go through,
right.
You know? So to be able to write for somebody else, I really had to like do my research about this person to kind of like become that person in writing. So that way it would, fit for her.
Right. You pretty much went in character as far as being that person. Right. So let's go back to the abusive relationship. Where are you right now as far as in like dating? Are you fully recovered, or you still have times, moments where you feel like you're just unbelievable? Do you sometimes sit around and be like, damn, how? Why me?
Oh, always. I don't think that's something that I'm ever gonna necessarily heal from. I think that's just something that I'm just gonna accept. I'm gonna have to accept. But I definitely have days where I'm just like, yo, how the fuck, After that, I started going into therapy. About a year ago, I did. And then when I moved to Houston, I kind of stopped. I was like, fresh start. I don't need it. Like, I'm good. And then I come back to the area top of May because I had a booking where they wanted me to share my story at this event about, sexual abuse or domestic violence. And I cried. Like I had to perform my song because I wrote a song about it, don't forget to mention, and then share like this 6-minute long speech. And as soon as the song came on, like crying in front of people. Like the lyrics come on and I'm not even performing. Like at this point, I'm just like crying like the first few seconds of it. I pull myself together and then I share my story. But just knowing like how much that affected me doing that, because I haven't spoken about it since before I went to Houston. It made me realize that I need to get back into therapy. And so that's what I did. Top of the summer, I got back into therapy and it's been helping a lot. As far as dating, well, God first, always, but I am trying.
Okay.
I'm definitely trying, because I'm a lover. Like I love.
So you're single? You single right now?
I am talking to somebody.
Yeah, these women these days, yo. What the hell does that mean? Are you single? No, whoa. Wait. If you go outside right now to the bar, to the restaurant, wherever, right, and a guy highlights you, are you allowed to go on a date with that guy?
I'd be like, no, thank you.
Why not?
Well, one, because the person that I am talking to, I'm taking it very serious.
So you're not single then?
Right. I'm not single, but, well, I have a ring here, but.
You engaged? You're engaged?
No, not engaged.
Some friendship promise?
No.
What is it? Like, what is it? Like, what does it mean? You showed her.
Okay, so I'm not single. Let's just leave it at that since you want to.
So are you engaged?
I'm not engaged.
It's a nice ring, by the way.
I like jewelry.
Ain't no way I'm gonna go out and buy a ring for a girl like that I don't like. Oh, I'm not shit serious about. No way.
Anyway,
it's deeper than so you're not.
Anyway,
that's actually good though.
Right, and so, being that like I'm talking to this person, I'm like, because it's been 2 years.
She's in a relationship, yeah.
It's been like 2 years.
She got a boyfriend, y'all.
Oh my goodness! Since what I went
Who is
through.
it?
So going like into something new, I'm learning so much about my triggers. You know what I'm saying? And what I do like is that I'm able to talk to this person, and we communicate. You know, like
that's beautiful, Anna.
Yeah.
Yes, that's beautiful.
So it's definitely an experience.
No, that's beautiful. I thought you wasn't up for it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I was what?
You're not up for it anymore.
Oh, relationship?
Yeah.
At first, no, it was hard.
Get it?
Oh, the song?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
See, I'm trying.
Cues Up For It by Mvze featuring Cap G.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, but that's actually beautiful though, seriously. Cause
you're trying to start rumors. This is how rumors start.
What? Is that who he is? Is that what?
No.
You say Cap G what? No?
No.
Who is it then?
Oh my God, don't worry about it.
Is he from here? Is he local?
Don't worry about it.
If he's local, we're gonna find out. Everybody know you locally. If you go anywhere in public, we're gonna find out. If we see,
I'm gonna let y'all try to figure it out.
You know what's funny? If you go out in public with a guy, like right now, right? There's no way you and I gonna have a date or whatever, right? But if I could take you to dinner right now, do you know that's an automatically 90% chance you and I are dating?
What? I don't understand.
So if I go out to a public place right now and I see you, say I go downtown tomorrow and I see you with a guy, I'm going to automatically assume and believe that's the guy that gave you the ring.
Well, like if somebody else saw it?
No, if I see it, anyone see it. Is that a cool assumption? Would you go out with a guy that you're not interested in?
Wait, rewind. I'm a little slow.
So, like say like P, right? It's a working relationship, right? If I see you out with Mark Henry right now, I know that's work. Uh-huh. But if I see you out with a gentleman and I know I wouldn't know if it's work or not. But I'm just saying, if I see you out with a guy right now solo,
oh, you would assume.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
That's a good assumption.
A lot of people think like that.
Thank you. So next time y'all see out with a guy, that's the guy. Y'all let me know who the guy is.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny. That's true because I don't really like hang out with nobody for real.
I mean,
that's very true.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I don't think a girl would just get up and go out with a guy just because. True. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if I get spotted at like a Chick-fil-A with somebody.
Yeah, that's the guy you're dating. that's the guy. No, but overall, I'm happy because when I came in contact with information, I did not know, and I saw you in the Explorer page. And I saw you, just covering the story, and it touched me. And the first thing that came to mind, honestly speaking, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? She's strong as fuck. Because if we look at the nation or the world, when women go through those like situations, they tend to like seclude themselves from the world and not speak of it for a lot of reasons. Mm-hmm. It could be embarrassments. Mm-hmm. It could be fear. It could be a lot of things. Yeah. But then I saw you, covering your story, and then I reached out to you. Of course, I was like, "Yo, what's going on?" And then you're like, "Yo, XYZ. Mm-hmm. I don't want to speak much on it. You're gonna hear about it." But anyone could, can see the pain, the trauma, mm-hmm. In you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So to sit here today, I think it's how long is it's a little over a year, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's got to be 2 years.
Yeah. So to see you sit here and, flash your ring and, it's still going. That also goes back to how strong you are. Mm-hmm. Because, at least you can sit here and on camera admit you're not fully healed, but you're still trying. Yeah. So I can salute to you, to keep on going because.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know. Me, I probably in a different space as a person, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely hard for me. I mean, it took me like a few months to actually share what happened just because yeah, like a fear, you know, what this person might do because this person would endlessly like threaten, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I believed it, you know. I believed that he would do these things if I, like, he literally said, like, stay silent and out the way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just got to a point where my TikTok, you know, I started venting on there, and I didn't even go into details, but it took off, and just hearing so many stories from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody else came forward into my into my comments, and they were telling me about what happened to them, and I was like, I didn't even have to say that I was abused, and
Right.
people already knew, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if anything, I feel like a lot of my TikTok fans, a lot of my audience, like, they helped me heal in a lot of ways, or,
Okay,
you know, start
and
that
that's what I was
process.
gonna ask you. How did you get to that point? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a few months after the event happened is where you feel like, you know, you start expressing yourself.
Mhm.
How, what's going through your mind? Because at that time you weren't taking therapy, right? When like a few months after the event occurred, you weren't taking therapy after that.
That I left?
Yeah, you weren't taking. So what gave you that strength to say I'm gonna go TikTok or publicly and speak on just to get it out?
Well, it was definitely after seeing everybody else like share their story. I felt like, you know what? Because at that point, I wanted to quit. Like, you know how you spoke about being isolated, like that was me. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to go nowhere. I felt like everybody was just looking at me and just blaming the victim, you know, because that's what a
Right.
lot of people do, you know. But I always say, like, but God, you know, like I
Okay.
wanted to quit, but God. And I honestly feel like, you know, I was given this platform,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to share my story and to help others. And it's
Mm-hmm.
always been that way. And so I was like, I need to share what happened to me, because
Okay.
this happens a lot more than like we think. It's just a lot of people suffer in silence. And I did. Like, when I was out in Fort Worth, nobody knew. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my friends. Like, absolutely nobody knew, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So to think that there's people, you know, just living out here, just not telling anybody, and probably don't even know that they're going through that.
Yeah. So how were you? So you were still living with dude? Well, you was a
Okay.
Fort Worth, because you remember you said you moved from him. So I'm guessing the way you got to Texas was through him. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what, you moved out? Or
Yeah.
you was okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you was out there by yourself, pretty much. All your family.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And there was only like there was two people that knew about the situation out in Texas, and that was his grandmother, well, technically his family, and our mutual friend, which I can't really say the name even.
Yeah. And how did his grandmother react to the situation?
She actually told me to leave. She told me that it's not okay.
Did she talk to him?
She'll always try, but at the end of the day, like,
He is who he is.
And his mom subtly told me. So she had came over one night, and she was talking about this show that she saw called Made on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like seeing it, but I didn't pay attention to it. And she told me to watch it. So I watched it, and it was about, you know, this girl who was in an abusive relationship, and she had a daughter, and she left. And it
Mm-hmm.
shows her whole experience, like getting out of that, you know, going to the shelters, and
Mm-hmm.
and seeing how other women, you know, they leave their abusers and go to the shelters, and then they go right back to the partner. Mm-hmm. And so seeing that she left gave me that courage, and it just gave me that reassurance that what I was experiencing wasn't like I wasn't crazy for what I was going through, because they'll definitely gaslight you and make you feel like you're wrong, you know.
So in the times when you felt like you were wrong, what were you think? What do you feel like you were doing that was wrong to cause him to erupt and, you know, be abusive?
Standing up for myself. And me, and you know me.
Yeah. We talk about us when we first met.
Yeah, like I've always been like, oh, you got me fucked up.
Right.
You know, like, right. Even when you and I clashed, I was very like assertive.
Yeah, right. Nah, it's true. That's you.
He took that from me. Like that power that I had. And I felt helpless. And I guess a lot of it is also because I was outside of, DC. I was in a place where I didn't really know anything or anybody. So whatever he told me was Bible,
Right.
So yeah, like it would just be like, well, I have to sit pretty. I can't look at anybody because
What?
God forbid I'm looking straight and a guy walks by. Oh, I'm cheating.
No. So wait. So wait. So you're saying it's simple stuff like that happened. The reason why he would get abusive towards you.
Mm-hmm. It'd be the dumbest stuff ever.
Red flags. Do you identify the red flags when you first started talking to him? Can you share some of those red flags?
Well, we're all going now. So one of the first red flags that I've noticed was his explosive behavior, like how angry he would get like this off of something, right? Like to a point where like he's yelling, blocking me, blowing up my phone, or just text me like wild shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was one time. So our mutual friend, and I've known this person since before I met him. He's actually the reason as to why I met him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I guess he knew how this person was and was trying to like let me know without trying to scare me. Like he wasn't trying to scare me off. He was just like saying like, this is what I know, what I heard, but I feel like maybe you can change him type stuff. Feel like you'd be good for him. Just kind of like trying to like get me to understand his type of person so that I could, I don't know, just like change him for the better. So in moments where I didn't understand like his behavior, I would talk to him about it for just advice.
Mm-hmm.
And
to the friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I told so-and-so that, and I was like, he actually like cares about you. Like, he be giving me advice.
Mm-hmm.
He got so mad. He saw it as
he
like,
thought you was connecting with dude that's on some like sexual stuff or like.
Yeah, like that's where his brain took him.
Okay.
And that wasn't the truth at all. Mm-hmm. But he was like super explosive about it with me, with him. They stopped being cool for a while and everything, And this person was actually supposed to be our manager. We were going to do music together because he's also an artist.
Damn.
So after that, he was like, I'm out, but then just left me there, like.
Right.
And I'm just there. And I'm just like, okay.
Damn.
But that was definitely like the first red flag for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yikes. How long was this going on for?
I met him at a festival in end of July 2021. We were talking like since then. I moved in like end of September. We got a place together end of September. And then I left the 19th of November, 2021.
So you met him here?
No, I met him out in Fort Worth.
Oh, so you went for a festival and then, you
we were both on the lineup.
Okay. Yeah. Damn, man, you're strong, Anna. And is he like that, or you just put that thing on him and just got him all fucked up?
What? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Is he like that?
No, is he like that's the way he is as a person? Or
oh no, that and see the thing
is there a trail of like, people get obsessed with people.
So when I left, I started getting messages from his exes.
Identifying the same behavior.
They knew because he went on social media and bashed me entirely, created lies. And so they came to me, his family, everybody came to me. A lot of his exes came to me and they told me, he did the same thing to me. You are not alone. Like trying to like be there for me.
Right.
And so we would talk on the phone and we would share experiences. And a lot of our experiences were very similar.
Okay.
And that's how I knew I wasn't crazy. But this motherfucker really made me believe that like, it was my fault somehow. Like I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that to like make him mad, like things like that. I start to blame myself. But knowing that it was so many women for years that he's done this to, it just made me so angry because he's just walking out here freely.
What you feel like you deserve?
I don't think that's for me to say.
No, what you feel like?
I'm not like that. I don't feel like that's for me to say. But I do know that karma always comes back around. And that shit is going to hit him in the worst way.
Mm-hmm.
In the worst fucking way.
But, you know, what I would say, I mean, like I keep on saying the same thing over and over again. You are one strong young lady. And I feel like, you know, it's part of your story. Not saying, you know, it's good to happen to you. But your platform, you know, hopefully your platform and your story, you know, like, you know, heal others and also help others identify the same behavior from all, you know, man they're dealing with. So maybe you're a prophet, you know, so maybe you just got to take the sacrifice and understand that, you know, you're a prophet. You know, thank God you're still here and you're not, you know, you're not hurt. Aside from the emotionally, I don't think it got any physical damage to you, right? No. Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's good. God is good. So maybe it's a prophet. Unfortunately, you had to take the fall from many women, you know, and you utilize information to talk to your audience. So, you know, yeah, that's good. So sorry to hear that. You and Mark, where are you guys now as far as relationship? I know you guys, like you said, you guys are kind of part way a little, not part way, but just you guys kind of like, you know, went separate ways for whatever reason. I don't even know what the exact reason is. But you said it had something to do with your ex a little bit, but was that the start of it?
No, I think the start of it was just the whole me moving to Texas. It was like, you know, we built everything together. And then for me to just get up and start something new. Was
it because of your relationship or was it music?
No, music.
It was you left because of music?
Because I was going to be a part of a duo. I wasn't going to be just Anna Mvze anymore.
Duo, I mean your ex?
Yes.
Oh, so, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I get it now.
So it was like all the years of him investing time, energy, even money, you know, to him it felt like just like that, you know? And then after, like, even going through it, I was isolated from everybody in the sense where I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody back home.
Through him, you wasn't talking?
I couldn't keep in contact with Mark, with my engineer, with nobody from back home because this person would assume everything. You know, so, and Mark didn't know what was going on with me. He just thought I just cut him off, you know, and just was faking, you know, so it was that. And then coming back and my ex, like, you know, bashing him on the internet as well. It was just like a mixture of things for him where he needed time to process.
So is there a lesson learned? I hear a lesson learned in that. So you, like this new guy, would you put him before music or you put music before him?
Oh, no. No.
Never again?
Never again.
Music
I will
first?
never be with somebody that pulls me away from anything that, you know, is meant for me, you know? Never again. Ever, ever, ever.
Okay, that's like I said, lesson learned, right?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's definitely not sent from God if you have somebody that's trying to pull you away from what you're meant to do in this world.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. So now you and Mark are back. Mark understand the fine line, the fine details of what actually happened, and you guys just kind of like, I get it, move on, next level, keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely took that time to like rekindle our friendship and stuff like that. And little by little, we started working again and releasing music. And now we're good.
That's good. Good to hear. Mvze Sound. I know at one point Mvze Sound had a bunch of artists signed to Mvze Sound. I know you're the CEO. I guess you guys co-found Mvze Sound. You and Mark co-found Mvze Sound together, right? You guys have any current act you guys signed to Mvze Sound?
As of right now, yes, we have one. He goes by the name of J Pacas.
Okay.
And he does corridos.
Is it a heavyset dude?
Yes.
Why you say like that's I see him on the ground, you know what I'm saying? I think Mark sent me his song one day. What is he not heavyset? See, this is what like people dislike about me. I can be like I can be like it's about Anna because this is Anna, but she know that tell her this is how I am, right?
Yeah, no, this is how you are. This is definitely how you are.
Yeah, you know, some people may take offense to it, but for Christ's sake, the guy's heavyset. Like, is he not? He's good.
His music is heavy too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Nah, he's heavyset. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So you guys have one artist signed to the label right now?
As of right now, yes.
Okay. So what the future holds for Anna Mvze? What I feel like, man, I feel like you've been cheated.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
you know,
I feel
I feel like a whole lot of that too was I was coming up in a time where not only female rap wasn't as prominent as it is now, or as supported as it is now, because now there's so many female rappers. But also being Latina and doing music in English and even adding Spanish to it. Back then it wasn't a thing. And I remember going to these label meetings and they would tell me there's no market for that.
Yeah, because reggaeton, that went in Noriega and the what's the name? Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
they told me there was no market for that.
Nah.
And then years later, all of a sudden, like all these Latin artists that do hip hop as well, they're flourishing. Like right now, that Mexican OT, he is fucking blowing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's
the
like
guy with the rooster,
rooster,
right? Is that guy
the one with the cowboy boots and the hands?
Walk around freestyle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like even in like having Spanglish, there's more Latino rappers that do English, but they add Spanish into it now.
You've definitely been
Bad
cheated.
Bunny is like the number one artist
in the world. You've been cheated.
What? I'm still here.
And why are you still here? What gave you like? What is that thing you like? Yo, no matter what you are strong, Anna, for real.
Thank you.
No, I'm serious, because
I don't be feeling that way.
Nah, you are. If you look at the whole phase of the DMV, now we've been here. Like I said, I know you for a while, and I got a great musical bag, especially here. You pretty much been a part of phase of the ups and downs of the DMV music scene. Again, no one here who's somebody cannot say they don't know who you are. So you definitely been cheated. And what keeps you like, putting on new music, just keep that same energy. I don't feel like when I hear Anime's record, I don't feel like it's just a freestyle or like, it's still the same consistent pen game, same energy, same creativity. I can tell it's well thought out when you put out these records. What keeps that fire? What's driving that fire? I feel like you want something. I don't know what it is. I feel like you just like, you got a point to prove, or is it finance? What is it? Like, what is it you feel like that give you that drive to get up every day and just create?
Because one, I feel like my job is not done. For whatever that reason is, I don't know yet.
Okay.
But two, because you're right, I do feel cheated.
You are cheated.
And motherfuckers got me fucked up.
No,
so that's that drive, honestly.
Okay.
Where it's just like a lot of people want to see me lose. Like even after leaving that abusive relationship, this motherfucker is out here trying to like make sure nobody fucks with me type shit.
You mean as far as like corporate, like labels?
Yeah, like music people, all of that, yes. And for me, it's just like, I ain't going out like that. Like, you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really that drive because there's so many people like me and they need a voice. So I just feel like my job here isn't done.
Based on your journey and where you are right now, what do you think is a missing link that will put you in a position to do exactly what you have in mind?
Definitely marketing and an investor. And at the moment, I'm currently working on that. So first quarter, we should be coming out strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still big on independency, or you think a major label is probably should be ideal for your situation?
I mean, I think I'm always have that like independent grind. You know, I've built so much with May Sound, like even for myself, I'm very self-sufficient. You know, I have a whole team, as you can see, but I'm not opposed to working together and, getting signed to a major. I'm not opposed to
partnership. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I know I bring a lot to the table too.
Now, again, the writing thing, we can't speak on the talent. We know how talented you are. For you, what is the biggest highlight of your career so far? What's one song you go back and play and be like, damn, that's really me, like to you?
A song?
You fan out over yourself. Like, you look in the mirror, you go on your phone, you go to app and you play the record, you like, shit, that's me, yo. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
See, you can't ask a Pisces that because it really depends on my mood. Like, I love all of my babies.
Oh.
All of them. And honestly, like, when I listen to, let's say, Demons was honestly a turning point for me because that's when I knew I could just pan off tequila. That's when I knew, okay, I found my sound, you know?
Okay.
And so like now I'll listen to it and I'll be like just singing to it. And I'm just like, damn, I wrote that shit. Like, that's fire. I'll be surprised on my own self. I'll still do that even when I'm in the studio and I'm just recording and I'm just like freestyling shit. And I'm just like, damn, that shit's fire. That's me. I still get surprised on my shit.
Okay. And I heard a song that I actually love from you. It's you and what's the short name? Is Krystall? Give me the bag. It's
Where the Bag At?
Where the Bag At? I fuck with that record.
Yeah.
I fuck with that record.
I still got plans for that record.
Like, okay.
Like big plans.
Yeah.
That shit's too powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerful as fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got plans
I
for
fuck with that record. And so what's the next step?
Well, the next step, for the rest of the fourth quarter, I'm just gonna be dropping, singles, a lot of visuals, gonna be doing a lot more shows, a lot more traveling, of course, hitting Cali before the end of the year, and just getting ready for that for January.
And I want to say before I forget, my hats off to you because I know when I first came in contact, I used to beg you to release music, and you're like, nah, Prez, they don't. I think you were saying they don't deserve it. It's not. I want to save this for this for that, this for that. Do you still think like that? Or because I see you release more songs now.
Not as much. Back then it was more because I was a perfectionist and I wanted things to make sense. I was very like too strategic,
Mm-hmm.
But now I just kind of have fun with it. And I'm just like letting go a little bit and just being.
Good. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you still record as frequently as you used to?
Well, actually, not as frequent as I want to, just because I'm always traveling now. So it'd be hard.
Okay.
It'd be real hard.
So, and also, I think what I'm asking is, are you releasing song, like you said, having fun with it? Are you releasing song as like, of course, strategically, but are you releasing song frequently as far like schedule, like, like consistent like that? Or you just, well, what I'm saying is that, do you have the catalog of material that you record often enough to release a song, say every month? And you just not, are you sitting on records? What I'm trying to ask.
Yeah.
You are?
That's why it's a lot easier for me too to just like release.
But why are you sitting on records?
Well, no, that's why now I'm having babies.
Okay.
Now it's coming out.
Okay, so you're not sitting on records anymore.
Oh, no, not no more.
Oh, because back in the day, you used to play songs for me. I'm like, yo, why ain't you release a song? You're like, not yet.
But that's also because I used to be super heavily influenced on what all these label people would tell me.
Okay.
They would try to tell me, you should do this, you should do that. So we would make a bunch of these records and they'll be like, nah, there's no market for that. And then we'll do something else. And then all of a sudden this starts popping off and we're just like, we care too much.
Okay.
But now I'm just at a point where it's just like, man, fuck this shit. Like, I'm just going to do what I want because I could.
I fucking love it.
Do what I want because I could.
I fucking love it. So, advice for female, give me some dating advice since you're engaged in shit. Give me personally some dating advice, because I don't feel how you feel, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in relationship and marriage and stuff like this. Give me some advice.
For real? You still on that?
Definitely. Give me some advice.
Well, I feel like dating advice, even if it's just simple situationship or whatever, communication and transparency is everything. Like, you have to be honest with, where you're at, what you want, what you don't want. You have to be okay with setting your boundaries and be okay with hearing your partner out when they set their boundaries. That is like super important.
Yeah, communicate, right. But what I'm saying, dating, what is dating to you? Can you talk to two guys at once? Is that okay? Or should you just talk to one person and see how that goes? And
oh, you mean like having a roster?
Yeah. Should you have a roster? That's the lingo. Is roster?
I mean, honestly,
does anime support having a roster?
Whatever floats your boat. I know once upon a time I had my little starting line. No, but I think if that's what you want to do, just be real about it, be safe about it. Me now, I can't, no, I'm too selfish. I just need that one person and that's it. And I'm cool with that.
So you could meet a guy and just like figure out how things gonna work with him and then go to the next guy? Or you can meet two guys and text both of them all day and... If
I'm on some I'm just trying to chill, kick it type shit, Yeah, but if I'm on some like, no, I'm trying to date to marry. That's all. That we're different in that sense because you don't want to marry.
So you're going to get married right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
no.
So what the hell are you doing then? You got to meet.
Dating to like get to know this person, so because I could potentially see this person as somebody I'd marry.
So you got a whole music career,
right? So that's first.
You think there's an interference?
First, no.
You think you can manage a music career and dating?
I'm very good at setting boundaries.
What does that mean?
That means I'm very good at like balancing my energy and my time as to what I want. And if the person doesn't understand that, then it's like, all right, you got to go.
What about you understanding that?
I do.
So you tell me that you can decide studio or spend time with your
absolutely.
I
make sure of it.
And you would choose studio over spend time with your guy?
Yeah.
All the time?
Yeah.
So you don't feel like time is important in a relationship?
Oh, time is definitely important in a relationship. Except I don't have a regular lifestyle. So mine's a little bit different. So I would need somebody to like
fall in place and just hop
understand. I wouldn't say fall in place is the right type
you got her fucked up. That's what she said, nigga. You heard that? I know her, bro. I'm gonna talk to you for her. You got her fucked up. You fall in line, nigga. No, but look though, because we joking and stuff, but I'm being serious because I feel like I know just my experience in this music business. It's hard to have a relationship while pursuing a music career, especially in your position. Your own company, artist, you got a crew. It's a lot that's going on, and you have to entertain being with someone who requires time, of course. This relationship requires time, right? That's a hard balance.
Of course.
Right? Especially if the person is not in the same field. Mm-hmm. Is this guy a musician as well?
Musician, no. I don't think I could ever.
Date a musician again?
I don't know.
Oh, the trauma past. So he's a regular guy, and he understands your responsibility as a musician. Damn, he must love you. You be putting that thing on them, huh?
Oh my goodness. Oh yes, I do actually. Yo. I mean, the thing too is like I'm also very considerate. So it's like even if I'm working or I'm doing something. Send a little selfie. I make the person feel loved because I still love you even if I'm not with you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I always try to like reassure this person in whatever way that I can, just because I know what it's like to fear.
You're not scared that person's cheating, looking for something somewhere else. That you know what I'm saying?
I think that's anybody's fear. It crosses my mind from time for sure, but I always make sure I voice that and we have conversations about it.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
Fuck yes. I am no longer staying. Like, you fuck up once, that's it.
For guys, that's it?
That's it.
So I always ask you this question. Have you ever cheated in your life?
What are you asking me?
Y'all saw what happened right there. She's taking time to think. Anna's very smart. She said, you asking me? She's taking time to figure out.
When I was younger and I didn't know who the fuck I was or what I wanted, yes, I have. Okay. But it was one of those things where like the person had already cheated on me or did.
Oh my God, here we go.
No, but it's the truth. And so like, if that person's not giving me this much love or like attention or not hearing me out or seeing me, I always voice it and I always communicate how I'm feeling. That motherfucker is just not giving a fuck. My problem was I didn't know how to leave or break up with somebody. So I would stay in it and be unhappy.
You love her.
And I would just find somebody else, or that person would find me, and it would be like emotionally cheating.
What?
It was back then.
Wait, emotionally?
Yeah.
Emotionally cheating. I never heard of that.
Supposedly that's like the worst type of cheating. Because they say like guys when they cheat is just like to get their nut off and that's it. But when a girl cheats, it's worse because they actually catch feelings for the motherfucker, for the new one.
The new one. Why they got feelings for the old one?
Or losing it.
God damn, women are so selfish, bro. What the hell, yo?
So, yes, when I was younger and I didn't know myself, yes.
Okay. Okay. So, are you like, I don't know, you're not going to tell me anyway, but anyway. Overall, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm so happy for you. And I feel like your time is coming, and I feel like it's going to be like soon and soon because you putting in so much work. You're strong as hell.
Thank you.
That's why I want to interview you. I'm like, I gotta sit down with you, you know what I'm saying, and have a conversation with you. So thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for, allowing me to sit down with you. I think at this point we're looking forward to January. You said January going to be a whole different, conversation when it comes to animes. There's a lot coming, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. Whenever you want to come back, come back and holler at the kid and to tell the people, before we get out of here, how much of an asshole Prez is. You know what I'm saying? Tell how many fights we had, and tell I hate this guy. But by the way, on top of that, I'm kind of happy you and I went through those things, to be honest, because just understand this industry full circle. I feel like those events allow you to shred people, and you're sitting right here with me. So obviously, I haven't shred you. You haven't shred me. You and I can disagree and fight, and we can still sit down and talk or just communicate. You know what I'm saying? Nice. So those things to me are important. It tells you, who deserves to be in your life. Because time is very, very important. Yeah. So I have no regrets, is what I'm saying, as far as you and I differences. But one day you tell the world how much of an asshole I am. You know what I'm saying? They tell them I don't give a fuck. Tell them it come from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? You tell them.
I think Prez is definitely blunt as fuck, and it's just the way that he says things is extremely it's like whatever you thought that you didn't say, he's gonna be the one to say it. Mm-hmm.
Proudly. Sure. Yeah, that's how I am. But I have good intentions.
For sure. You definitely do.
And it's from a place of love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I never steer a person wrong.
Yeah.
If I say something, it may take a person some time to fully understand what I'm saying. But when they recognize, oh crap, he wasn't even saying anything bad, or he wasn't trying to steer me wrong. Yeah. He really meant good, and he would just have to give it to me raw. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't do bow ties, so yeah. So yeah, to say, take us out of here. Tell the people, where to find you, and tell them what, as far as January, whatever you want to shout out, May, Sound, Mark. I feel like there's still so much more we got to talk about. I think I want to sit down with you and go over the background of your family and stuff to see where this music thing came from. But I feel like you're so far in your career and you've probably done so many interviews, it'd be cliche to ask those questions. But I haven't seen those questions being asked.
That could be for the next one.
Yeah, can we do that?
The next one. Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Okay, cool. Take us out of here.
But thank you for having me here at Hustle Firm. It was really nice being back here after so many years. For those of you that are watching, you can follow me everywhere at Animes. It's Anna with 2 N's, Mvze. I love y'all.
We out. Peace.